All right, welcome back to the channel. This is Matt at Track Zen, and I'm going to do a quick video on a 6-month review on a pair of Nicks Overlander boots. So to kick this off, these are Nicks Overlanders in Predator Orange. They're 6 months old, and this is how they look after 6 months. They are now pretty well broken in and have the creases and some wear to prove it. Kind of annoys me when folks do reviews on boots that they just got and haven't worn and have no idea how they work. So this is not one of those. This is actually, I know how these boots work. I know how they've broken in, and I want to make sure that folks who are interested in these boots or this style of boot can possibly learn something from this and make good decisions when purchasing them or avoiding them, depending on what you want to do. So first off is why Nicks boots. I've never really been into heavy duty leather Pacific Northwest boots. I've always kind of used the classic Salomon Ultra X's, and I've used these boots for probably 5 years, and they work. You know, I go through about 2 pairs of these boots every year. Both the cushions will wear out after about 3 months, and then the soles are really soft and they'll wear out about 6 months. So this boot is pretty much done after 6 months, and they cost about $150 each. So I spend about $300 on boots every year, and I just got tired of it. I got tired of the boot feeling good at the beginning and feeling terrible at the end. And I wanted to reverse that and have a boot that actually felt better as it got on, as opposed to feeling worse as it got on. So I started looking at Pacific Northwest boots, and the ones that I looked at were whites, JKs, and Nicks. So I originally was going to look at whites, but once I saw the Overlanders at Nicks, that boot spoke to me, and it's the boot that I wanted. And they came in this really cool color, Predator Orange, and so I went with that. Color's since changed a bit since conditioning. My family's been in the Pacific Northwest a long time. Got a lot of history of loggers in our family, so I remember family members always wearing logger type boots, and I had never had a pair. And so this is kind of a step in my past of getting a little more traditional in terms of my footwear. Not a full-on logger boot, but definitely logger style and Pacific Northwest build quality. So these are the Overlanders in Predator Orange. These are about $600. The primary use case for these is hiking and backpacking / rucking. So that's one of the primary things that I do, both for pleasure as well as for exercise. Put a 40-pound backpack on my back and go for a 10 to 15-mile hike in the mountains. So these are designed to fill that need, and they get a lot of use. I do about 20 hours of hiking per week, and a lot of that is in rain and snow. Basically, Nicks says that you need to be a half size down on your normal shoe size. So I generally wear 10.5, so I ordered a 10. I then had the opportunity to actually stop by Nicks shop in Spokane Valley, and there I got my foot sized and double checked, and I was kind of like right in the middle between a 9.5 and a 10. The 9.5s just felt super tight, super uncomfortable, and I was worried that I'd never be able to break them in correctly. So I decided to go with the 10s. I also had a big decision in terms of which last to go with. So the Overlanders have the HNW moderate arch last, and I have a pretty high arch, so my foot feels better in a more aggressive arch like what the Builder Pros have on the 67 last. But I just couldn't deal with the big heel and wanted to go with the Overlanders, so I just decided to suck it up and order the Overlanders with that last and size 10, and then waited 6 months, and I got them in June. And now it's December, and I'm now reviewing them. So the initial impressions is build quality. They are just incredible in terms of their build quality. The soles, they got Vibram V100 soles. The leather is about 7 millimeters thick. They're just beautifully built. They are also very heavy. These boots each weigh 3 pounds. My old Salomon Ultra X's weigh half that. So not only do you have durable footwear, you're actually getting more exercise when you're out there hiking with these boots anyway, which is I thought was kind of cool. It's kind of part of the point of going out there is to actually push yourself and get stronger. And these boots are so heavy that they are like putting backpacks on your feet. So break-in. Everyone complains or talks about break-in with Pacific Northwestern boots, and it's no joke. These are legit. The initial wearing was painful. I would go out for a half an hour walk around the neighborhood, come back, my feet would hurt. I'd get some hot spots, and I would slowly kind of build that up over time. And what I'd do is I'd figure out where my hot spots were on my feet, and I would use Band-Aids, and I would use moleskin, and then I'd push the length of the duration of the hike or the walk and slowly built that up. Also got some hot spots around the lacing and had to get creative with the lacing. Sometimes you'd skip a loop to kind of avoid a pinch that you're getting there because that was breaking in, and just kind of push it and continue to push it. And now after about 3 months, I got to the point where I could do a 40-pound hike with a ruck for about 5 hours with no real foot pain or no real foot hot spots. And now after 6 months, they're super comfortable. My foot has molded into the leather on the bottom, and they are just awesome. So because I was kind of halfway between sizes, I did get an insole. And so the insole I went with is on this boot here. So this is a Walk Hero insole. It's like a high arch insole. I did some custom cutting to make it fit really well. And this allows me to have a perfectly sized boot for summer and fall socks. And then if I want to have winter style socks, then I can take this out and have a thicker winter sock that handles the cold better. So I kind of have the best of both worlds, where I can wear them in the summer comfortably, and I can wear them in the winter comfortably. And that system seems to have worked pretty well for me so far. And you can see my feet are indented into the insoles, and there's also indentations on the leather on the Nicks boots as well. So far I'm happy with this, and I'm gonna keep going with it. So pretty happy with how that's working out. Okay, maintenance. These boots, because I use them so much and I use them in wet weather, do require significant maintenance. I basically brush them off and use the LP heavy duty Obenauf's wax on them on a weekly basis. And I also use the leather oil on the soles as well. So this is the Obenauf's heavy duty LP, and this is the wax conditioner that I use on the main leather parts. And I do that because it does not discolor the leather as much as this stuff, which is the leather oil. And I use this on the veg tan soles, and this absorbs into the veg tan much better. And because I hike in the rain and the snow so much, these boots get a lot of water, and they also get a lot of sweat, and the salt from the sweat dries them out. So I do pretty good maintenance on these every week to keep them in top condition and to keep them the leather from cracking and from drying out. And so far that's been working well. And to me, I enjoy doing it. It's fun to maintain them, and it's not a burden. So it's not an issue. But so far that's the system I've been using, and it's been working pretty good. Okay, so final thoughts. So was it worth it? Was it $600 for these? And my initial thought on that is yes. They bring a lot of satisfaction and just comfort in terms of wearing them. Wearing these boots out on the town or wearing them out on a hike is just more enjoyable than wearing kind of the new classic Salomon Ultras that have nothing. They have no style. They're just functional, but then they degrade quickly over time, while these boots are still just getting better and better, and they look awesome. I like these boots so much that I'm actually ordering a second pair. So I am ordering the same boot, same size, same style, Overlander, but I'm getting them in a 1964 black smooth, and I'm going to use those boots primarily for my wet weather hiking. So I'm going to totally waterproof them, use beeswax, and it'll make the black even blacker. Didn't want to do it with these boots because I like the Predator orange and didn't want to make the color of the leather any darker. So I'll have kind of one dry hiking pair of boots and then one water snow type pair of boots. And then I'll be able to use both of them. And when one sole wears out, I'll be able to send that one in and then use the other one while the sole gets repaired. And that way you're never out of having a pair of Nicks boots to hike in. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave any comments or questions. That's what I got to say. This again is Matt with Track 10, signing out. Bye.